just got 20, I'm running on empty. There's more where that came from my what it is. If you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'm
It is a city that traditionally gets much less snow than its Buckeye State rival up in Cleveland, but we are under a thick blanket of the white stuff here at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Big 13! Big 13!
Mike 40! Mike 40! Watch the out! Watch the out!
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. And he won't have have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Dobbins, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Ravens have taken the early lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. To return it, Darius Phillips. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it winds up a terrific return, but markers are down. And this is going to come all the way back. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow looking to pass. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, 1st-round pick back in 2012. They go play action with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
2nd and 5. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Able to power through. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Phillips. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now a 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready? Let's hot. Let's make these guys.
Now Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Logan Wilson able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember earlier in the year, with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
Now it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins.
And finally taken down at the 15.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Dobbins.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down.
Justin Tucker on the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Stop. 180. Nice hot. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. 41's the mic, 41's the mic.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
That is caught. It's Uzama. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow being chased out left. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This is TJ Logan to return it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week really. We'll be right back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Khalid Kareem.
Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line.
124 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. Shoves him aside.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5.
Well, he can certainly be a big asset in this passing game. He proves it right there. He makes the catch out of the backfield, and then off he goes.
They'll give it to Mixon. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Another try for Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scheme and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
41 Mike. Here we go. Shoot.
11.
And they go play action now. Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on 3rd down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play, he had to read his keys and not be fooled. Excellent job in the open field.
Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, number 6 overall. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Larry Ogunjobi able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. 2nd and 14. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Steps away to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Ravens are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Phillips. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. On the return, Phillips. He'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Bengals on 3rd down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
He's coming, double up.
11, 11, 11, 11. Hot.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Get set. Ready. Lights up. 11 coming. Hot.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Dancing to his left. Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, we gotta go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Uzama. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Burrow on play action. Rolling to his left. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A big offensive explosion.
180! What is that?